In 39 days, I got 19 million views on YouTube, and I'm not monetized. I started this channel on January 3rd with absolutely no experience, no editing background, and no real social media experience beyond my own private Facebook account. I didn't even know what CapCut was. As I'm recording this, it's February 11th, 39 days in. For context, I have a wife, 3 kids, and I work the graveyard shift. This entire experiment has been done with about 5 hours a week to work on YouTube. And it would be pretty funny if this video went viral because this is a tabletop channel. If this gets pushed to a huge audience that doesn't care about tabletop role playing games, it could completely confuse the algorithm I've been building. Regardless, I'm making this because people are naturally curious about YouTube, especially what it actually looks like from the creator side. People spend hours a day on the platform, but most never see what it looks like behind the curtain unless they go looking. You'll see often creators with millions of views teaching you how to get millions of views, and of course, they're selling a course too, so you can learn more. This isn't that. I'm not teaching, I'm not selling anything. I'm just documenting what happened when someone with zero experience and very limited time decided to try. And ultimately, I ran a poll, and a lot of you wanted to know what it's like trying to grow with no experience, no fancy setup, no animation, no streaming rig, no editing suite, almost no time, and zero money invested. So here's exactly what I did. Every long form video and short I've made was created using CapCut on my phone. I looked at other programs like DaVinci Resolve, but right now I don't need or want to spend the extra time learning professional editing software. CapCut works because it's fast, easy to learn, and I can use it anywhere. If I made different content, I'd probably need different, better tools. For long form videos, it's mostly my voice with an image every 20 to 30 seconds and a small effect added. The content is what I'm saying, not what's happening on screen. I felt this gave better overall quality than just staring at my face while I talked, without adding a lot of extra time. But most of my growth didn't come from long form videos. It came from turning movie and TV scenes into tabletop meme shorts, which in hindsight was a naive way to start. YouTube requires reused content to be meaningfully transformed. In simple terms, you have to significantly change the original material. I knew this when I started, but I assumed cutting clips, changing speeds, and adding meme text was enough because that's what I saw many other creators doing. It isn't. To be considered transformative, clips usually need to be more substantially changed. Things like altered audio, replaced music, heavy editing, or significant added commentary. That's why you sometimes see shorts with distorted voices, loud music, or lots of visual effects. Creators are trying to clearly transform the original material. Otherwise, Content ID detects the copyrighted material, or the original company manually claims it later. The video stays up, but the revenue goes to the copyright owner. And yes, there are channels reposting full scenes with minimal edits that rack up millions of views, but that growth is fragile. Those channels risk copyright strikes, and repeated strikes can remove a channel entirely. So while the views might look impressive, it's not very sustainable. However, some creators don't mind this. Their goal is fast subscriber growth so they can sell products or promote something else. Their goal is sales or services, not monetization. But that's not my goal, so let's look at what I've been doing. In 39 days, I posted 64 shorts, 5 long form videos, gained 1,600 subscribers, and reached 19 million views. To monetize on YouTube, you need 1,000 subscribers and either 4,000 long form watch hours in 12 months or 10 million shorts views in 90 days. I crossed 10 million shorts views and 1,000 subscribers in under a month. But if I applied today, I'd be denied because my shorts aren't transformative enough. Only a few of my videos were copyright claimed. However, YouTube can still identify reused material through monetization review. But I'm still making them because they're fun. And they help train the algorithm to find tabletop players, which ultimately brings in subscribers. And you can actually watch the learning process happen over time. My earliest posts only reached a few thousand views, I remember waking up and seeing my third ever short hit 25,000 views. That was exhilarating, but now 25,000 views is just a normal test batch. Because YouTube understands my audience better, it knows who to push the videos to. That improves retentions, likes, and subscribers, which causes YouTube to push the videos even more. That said, these numbers aren't typical. When you use recognizable movie scenes like I have been doing, people naturally stop scrolling. The production quality is already higher than if I produce the content myself. There's built in familiarity or the curiosity of discovering something new to watch. Someone animating or filming everything from scratch is usually putting in far more effort per video and often growing more slowly because of it. One thing I've noticed is that the videos that really explode aren't just funny for tabletop players, they're funny for almost everyone. If a video only resonates with tabletop players, the potential audience is capped. But if the joke works even for people who've never rolled dice, suddenly YouTube has a much larger audience pool with positive results. That's how you go from thousands of views to millions. On the flip side, some small niches don't have massive audiences, but they have high buying power. For example, imagine a niche mostly made up of retirees with disposable income. It's a smaller audience, but often has a much higher conversion rate than other niches. Huge audience doesn't always equal huge revenue. Scale and purchasing behavior are two very different things. Some strong YouTube niches include things like finances or news, where the content is easily repeatable and the audience demand is consistently high. What I have found enjoyable during this process is learning about the algorithm. It isn't mystical or difficult, it's behavioral. Every upload gets tested in small batches. For shorts, especially, YouTube looks at, did the viewers swipe away immediately? What percentage watched? Did they rewatch? And did they engage? Retention drives distribution. If people keep watching, YouTube expands the test. It pushes, it pauses, then it pushes again. Early on, my videos might reach a few thousand views. Now, even a flop often gets tested to around 10,000 views. That's YouTube gaining confidence in who responds to my content. Ultimately, YouTube is trying to surface content people actually want to watch. When that happens, it's a win across the board. Much like investing, the process is unforgiving, but if you're right, you're rewarded. If you're wrong, there are no excuses. You need the right idea, the right pacing, the right hook, and the right topic. Also, what I found interesting is that creators are terrible at predicting what will perform well. We judge based on effort or personal preference. The algorithm just judges based on behavior. You can pour hours into something thoughtful and polished, but unfortunately, if it doesn't hook immediately, it dies. Meanwhile, a simple, relatable joke can reach millions. The video that took 2 minutes explodes, while the other one you spent an hour on immediately flops. Effort does not equal reach. Retention equals reach. And when you do get that retention, it feels amazing. 3 weeks in, one of my videos hit 4.2 million views. Then another hit 8.1 million. Waking up to that kind of growth is exhilarating and addicting. You start refreshing analytics constantly. Then you post something you're sure will hit, but nothing happens. That cycle is why so many people burn out. It becomes clear very quickly that YouTube is a marathon, not because it's impossible, but because it requires consistency through emotional swings. If you have any experience in investing, there are a lot of parallels you can draw between the two. That long term mindset is what I'm shifting to as I'm approaching creating more long form videos. My long term goal has always been to create long form tabletop content. Right now, my long form videos are me talking over AI generated images. I chose that format because I didn't want you staring at my face the entire time. I figured visuals might keep things more engaging. But I do want to address what many of you may point out if this video does get views. My long form videos haven't gotten many views yet, and there are a few possible reasons for this. It could be that I simply haven't posted enough long form for the algorithm to really understand who to push it to yet. That definitely happens. When I first started posting shorts, most of them only got a few thousand views. Now, even a weaker short usually gets 10,000 views because YouTube understands my audience better. So, some of this may just be time and volume. I've only made 5 long form videos. But if I'm being real, the quality and subject of my content might not be up to par yet. I'm still learning pacing, still learning delivery, and still learning what actually keeps people watching in long form videos. And that's part of the process. I'd rather show the real progression than pretend to you guys I've already figured it out. I'd actually like to know from you. Do you prefer seeing my face, or is this format better? Filming yourself is more common, and it usually requires less editing. I didn't realize until I made my first video that recording changes how you speak and sound. Cameras make you self aware, microphones flatten tone, and without visual cues, it can start to feel like someone is reading an essay to you. In a world of AI content, if people can't see you, the video can feel less personal. All that to say, I'm still working on making this feel natural. As a side note, there is another challenge. My shorts audience expects humor and quick hits. Now I'm asking them to watch structured long form discussion. That's a big shift, and it may cost subscribers in the short term, but it's the healthier long term move for monetization and channel stability. There are plenty of stories from other YouTubers describing that exact struggle when changing content or style. But enough of that. Let's discuss what monetization actually gets you. And as annoying as it is in a world of immediate gratification and black and white answers, the answer is it depends. It depends heavily on niche and advertiser demand. But here's some very broad general ranges. Long form videos give you roughly $2 to $6 per thousand views. So a million views may net you $2 to $6,000, whereas short form videos are dramatically lower. They often net you $20 to $70 per million views. That's why many creators don't rely on ad revenue alone. They take advantage of sponsorships, affiliate links, merchandise, Patreon, or products. For example, I've written 2 books mentioned on this channel. If viewers buy those, I make about $5 per book. A few thousand product sales can outperform millions of short views. Ad revenue is just one piece of the ecosystem. Most people quit YouTube not because it's impossible, but because it's slow and emotionally volatile. You grind for months, you get a spike, then nothing. YouTube doesn't reward emotional momentum, it rewards consistency. And over time, you either build something sustainable or you burn out. So, keeping this in mind, I'm still posting shorts, just less often, but I'm shifting toward more original long form content, content that qualifies for monetization, and building towards 4,000 watch hours. Shorts are quick dopamine, long form builds depth. And if this channel succeeds long term, it'll be because of depth. That said, I am a little cautious about how shorts might affect monetization, even if I eventually qualify through long form watch hours alone. YouTube may still look at a large amount of reused shorts content and decide the channel isn't where they want it yet. Either way, we'll find out. At the end of the day, YouTube rewards behavior. If people genuinely want to watch what you create, the system eventually finds them. It takes time for the algorithm to find them, to understand your audience, but once it does, it scales. Ultimately, this is the long game. However, this turns out, I appreciate you being a part of the journey. Until next time, may God bless your fellowship, your stories, and your play.